And welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet. I did this very quickly without really announcing anything. I don't want to take much of anyone's time. This wasn't really planned, but I just wanted to have a quick talk about some issues that I had on my mind regarding the channel and some work that I announced before, that I planned before. So. Don't tell me I should have said in advance that I was going live or anything. You're not missing anything. You can just watch it later after it's done. It's totally fine. I was just going to talk about quickly about the fact that before I reached 100,000 subscribers, I announced that I would make a video, a collection of all the Quran mistakes. People are asking about the broom. The broom is right here. Look. So I announced before I reached 100,000 subscribers, I announced that I would make a video on all the Quran mistakes. That was a big promise. Then I changed that. I turned that into all the scientific mistakes of the Quran. So I published a huge video, a 1-hour video of all the scientific mistakes of the Quran. That went well. But yeah, I didn't actually make all the mistakes in the Quran. The problem is, at that time when I was preparing for the 100,000 subscriber mark, and I was preparing all the points that I could possibly put in a all Quran mistakes video. I started reading the Quran again at that time, and I started reading. And with every weird, odd issue that I read in the Quran, and with every mistake in the Quran, I started making a note in a in a small digital notebook. So then I started looking at that. And the thing is, I read the Quran before several times, and I frequently look at Quran mistakes and what is wrong with the Quran and so on. But when I started making this list in order to make a huge all Quran mistakes video, then I realized that there are so many mistakes. There is so much nonsense, so much garbage in that book that I couldn't possibly finish an all mistakes in the Quran video. It wouldn't be possible. It took me so long to create a scientific mistakes of the Quran video. That took me several months. In the end, I had a 1-hour video that I also had to keep very short. I had to keep every point very short. So the end result, what you see right now, what you see in this 1-hour video, is a result of me collecting scientific mistakes and then making those mistakes as short as possible in the video, so that I don't go very much over an hour. So that's what happened there, and that was only the scientific mistakes. There are many, many more factual mistakes in the Quran, like historical mistakes, wrong things that Allah supposedly says in the Quran about belief, about nature, and this and that. There is so much, so it is impossible for me to sit down and make an all mistakes in the Quran video. But therefore, hello everyone, by the way, thanks for joining again. Thank you all so much. I'll interact in just a second. Great. What was I saying? So anyways, I decided to make the all mistakes. Oh yeah. Since I cannot collect all mistakes and make a video about that, I decided I would instead make this series and present all the mistakes in the Quran in forms of a series. I started with it already. I started with it already. I made a video about Allah and Yahweh's name. I will start very soon about factual mistakes in the Quran regarding names that it mentions, regarding historical characters that it mentions. Dhul Qarnayn is a character which is supposed to correspond to Alexander the Great, and so on. So I will make these mistakes as well. I will present completely new mistakes that people don't have on their huge lists on the internet and so on, that I didn't even notice before. And once I am done with all this, then I could come together and then make a huge collection of all the mistakes in the Quran. That would be a giant project. I could turn it into a book as well. I could make a giant video of that, a giant film of that. So so yeah, that will happen. Everything is going very well in that direction. It is really very agonizing to read the Quran. It is such a terrible book. I, I was just yesterday sitting with my wife and making fun of how since I am a very hyperactive person. I have brain hyperactivity, and I constantly jump from topic to topic in my mind. So it is very hard for me to sit down and focus on a single topic. And that is basically what the Quran is too. Maybe I got that from the Quran, I don't know. But the Quran is basically constantly this thing. Like it starts talking about how this is the true message, this is the truth, and nothing else. You have to believe that this is the truth. Then suddenly, 5 seconds later, it starts talking about how the Jews are traitors, and the Jews are awful, and Jews are liars. They lie about Allah. And then it suddenly starts talking about the virgins in heaven, and there will be beautiful virgins in heaven, and you will have rivers under you, flowing under you, and there will also be fruit. By the way, treat the Christians this way. The Christians are good. They are good people. Polytheists are traitors. Oh, but well, okay, the Christians are also bad people. They will all go to hell. And by the way, when you go to heaven, you will have a wonderful time in heaven. And if you trade with people, trade fairly. By the way, the Jews are traitors. That's basically what the Quran is all the time. It is repetitive, jumps from topic to topic, talks about irrelevant nonsense all the time. So there is really a lot of material if you want to go into into analyzing the mistakes of the Quran and the absurdities of the Quran. But I'm on it. I'm definitely onto that. So yeah, I'm preparing a project about what I just did too, by the way, about how inconsistent and weird the Quran is. But yeah, the scientific mistakes of the Quran and the factual mistakes of the Quran is coming soon. And I'm starting a series on listing all the scientific, on all the factual mistakes from the beginning to the end. It will be great. So I just wanted to make that announcement. I didn't want to record and publish a video just for this. But yeah, since you are here, everybody, since people are watching, I could take a few minutes and just interact. Would be, of course, very nice. I see that some people have made super chats, and I cannot find those super chats. This is awful. YouTube needs to find a new system. YouTube, find a new system. I'm in my control panel and I cannot see who made super chats and what they wrote. Oh yeah, I see it now. Sorry, YouTube. Carrie Ann said, I love your work. All mistakes, that will take 25 years. Exactly, that's what I meant. It will take 25 years. So yeah, I will probably have a video as a result that would be 25 years long, because that's how ridiculous the Quran is. I mean, people believe in such an absurd book. I mean, I think back of the time that I actually believed in this book, that I believed this was the greatest book out there, and this was from Allah, from the Almighty Allah, and I can't believe how ridiculous it was that I actually believed that. It was such such nonsense. It even says things like it even makes these promises about how the day of judgment is near, and that is, by the way, a topic that I'm currently working on. I will most likely publish a video tomorrow, and that video will be about how the Quran and Muhammad announced that the judgment day will be very soon. So the end of the world will be very soon. But 1,400 years have passed and it didn't happen. For example, did you know that that Muhammad literally said that that the end of the world, that the last hour would come within the next 100 years, and it never happened? That is in the Hadith. He also said that the distance between him and the last hour is like the distance between these two fingers, and these two fingers can't mean 1,400 years. Except I'm dumb. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm working on that. There'll be a lot of great stuff. I'm coming back. I had a very rough year. Went through anxiety, all kinds of stuff. It kind of crushed the whole growth and the whole schedule and everything of this YouTube channel that I am so proud of. But I'm getting back to producing, to being efficient, and it is going very well. So stay tuned for so much more. Okay, comments. Roscoe298 said, you should do a video about Sharia courts in Europe and how they infringe the rights of women. I should. These are just issues that I don't know. I am more this. I am. There are different types of people who talk about Islam and to talk about these topics in general. There are people who go down into the streets and talk to Dawa people and talk about current events, talk about politics and what goes wrong in mosques and this and that. I am more the guy who goes into a room and starts reading and talks about the knowledge of things and talks more about factual matters, about the concept of this religion and the history of this religion and all that stuff. So I'm more into that kind of stuff. In fact, I made a survey just a few days ago in which I asked you viewers what theme you like more in criticizing Islam, whether you are more into the moral problems of Islam or analyzing the Quran and so on. And surprisingly, so many people said that they really like the analysis of mistakes in Islamic scripture and beliefs, and that is actually my favorite thing. I love going into how the Quran makes a mistake here, and how Muslims believe in something that doesn't make sense, that is not that is just internally inconsistent, like the topic that I published very recently about Yahweh and Allah, and how the name Yahweh is actually in Islamic scripture, despite Muslims denying that their God's name is Yahweh, and so on. I love these topics, so I like to focus on these things more. But thank you. If it ever comes up, I might go into such stuff too, like Sharia courts in Europe. Because that is definitely part of the problem. I went into all of this from the very beginning because I found it disgusting that Islamism is being spread by liars in the West, and I want to do something about it. Berkan Adalar said in Turkish, "Hi, I speak English, but in Turkey there are a lot of people who need to know what you are doing." I'm just live translating that. I'm sorry. So it would be great if you made videos in Turkish too. I have such a project, Berkan. Thank you. It will be fun to read this in Turkish actually. Rıdvan merhaba. İngilizce biliyorum ama Türkiye'de senin verdiğin bilgilere ihtiyacı olan çok insan var. Aydınlatma adına lütfen Türkçe yayın yap lütfen. That was Turkish. It's kind of a nice language, actually. I have such a project in mind, Berkan. I want to make videos in Turkish. I might today, tomorrow, anytime create a Turkish channel and announce that and ask Turkish viewers to subscribe to that, and also release my first video. I already know what kind of a video I will release. It will basically be a call to Turkish Muslims to abandon Islam, and I know very well what I'm going to say in that video. So it might come soon, dear Turkish viewers. I just want to be a little bit careful in how I come back now, because as said, this year was a very, very rough year for me, and I don't want to get too exhausted. I don't want to make the same mistakes again. I want to approach the situation a little bit more comfortably and nicely. But thank you for your comment. Gina Wonder Woman said, "Apostate Prophet, you are great in simultaneous interpreting." I did that actually as a profession. I didn't ever share that publicly, I believe. I don't know if I did, but I actually worked for years for a major company and worked in interpreting and translating, and later I was later then promoted to international relations and international expansion of the company. But I did that actually professionally, so that's probably where that comes from. I could be better though, but thank you, Gina. Okay, I won't be here for very long. This was meant to be just a very short thing, but I'll respond to some more comments, and then I will be gone, get back to work, and do some great work. TJ Whataburger said, "You are so talented, Abe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you." Do they eat turkey in Turkey? Said Joey. They do. Psychic Street Sweeper said, "I love the sound of Turkish. It is a nice language. For some time, I was kind of disgusted by it and disgusted by Turkey, because I just had a terrible time in Turkey. But I don't know. Now that I'm in America, looking back, I appreciate Turkish people, Turkish language. It's kind of fun." Habibi said, "Apostate Prophet, when will you make the suicidal prophet video?" Soon. I'm not sure if I'm actually titled it the suicidal prophet. It might just be Muhammad had mental problems. That might just be it, without being too offensive, because mental problems is a topic that I'm quite sensitive about. But I will make that soon. Oh. Edward said, "I get highly annoyed when I point out something false in the Quran and their only argument is Arabic is special, and then start playing semantics with the language." It is a very common problem. I have something on my plan that I might surprise you with quite soon, Edward. But thank you for your comments. Naked Beekeeper said, "Apostate Prophet, you should make a video on the Hijri calendar and how Muhammad messed up." I will. I actually have a plan on releasing a video on why the Islamic calendar doesn't make any sense. The problem is, it is true, the Islamic calendar doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make sense. But while I was thinking about that, and actually thinking about it, writing stuff down, researching it, I realized that our solar calendar, our Gregorian calendar, doesn't make very much sense either. So recently, I started having this huge problem with our calendars altogether, and that's why I want to make a revolution and to bring a new calendar into this world that is perfect with our solar system, and that will be called the Soul Calendar. That will be my next project. I will be a revolutionary calendar introducer. Anyways, thank you for the comments. I'm not that enthusiastic about it, but it would be great. Orbital Nomad said, "Why aren't there any ex-Hindu YouTubers?" I'm sure there are. Just look around. Almayahu Ayel said, Hi AP, will you be appearing on David Wood's Boom Boom videos again?" I actually will, yes. Not as me, but as someone different. But thank you. I Am Lemon said, "AP, do you like bacon?" I love bacon. I love making bacon in the morning. It is fantastic. I actually wrote something. I gave an interview for this newspaper, the Western Free Press, at some point, and I just felt so great about when I was asked about bacon that I said a few nice words that I should actually look into right now and read to you. Wait. Bacon. I said, when they asked me if I like bacon, I said, "This is a great question." No, seriously. No matter how strictly religious or careless you are, pork is the one thing that Muslims clearly find repulsive. As a Muslim, I was also one of those who had never touched pork. When I left Islam, I became curious and wanted to taste it once. But believe it or not, it took quite some time for me to actually try it. I was so indoctrinated with disgust and rejection towards pork, it was nearly unthinkable for me to eat it. When I first tried pork, I felt uncomfortable and still thought I was doing wrong by eating something I really wouldn't or shouldn't like, although I no longer remained faithful in Islam. Bacon changed the game for me. Waking up in the morning and preparing those thinly sliced strips under the influence of that intoxicatingly wonderful smell they spread was like heaven. To decide how crisply I was going to fry it was like playing some fantastic video game. And finally, indulging in my first bite was the highest reward for a well-played game. Bacon made me feel so much better. It gave me the confirmation that I needed. There was life and love in leaving Islam. And it tasted like bacon. If I were given the choice between reverting back to Islam and avoiding the death sentence for my apostasy, or eating bacon one final time before being put to death, I would definitely choose bacon. So that's how good bacon is. Anyways, there was just some part of an interview that I gave to the Western Free Press. I enjoyed that very much. Thank you so much for your question. God had said, apostate prophet, but it's written even in the Bible that pork is wrong to eat. Did you know this? Yes, I do know that. I actually mentioned that in my video, Islam versus pigs. I do know that it's mentioned in the Bible that it's forbidden. It's just that it is forbidden in Judaism. It's not forbidden in Christianity. It is forbidden in Islam. Whoa, okay. So some more super chats here. Hindu historian said played blackjack at lunch. Won some. Cheers. Awesome. Fantastic. Congratulations. I never played blackjack. Guy Bayot said, your channel is really so important and I'm grateful for all your work. Thank you so much. I'm grateful that you appreciate it, that you value it, and that you are here and that you support it. Thank you so much. Look for Werk said, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Greetings, support, and kind thoughts from France. Oh, yeah, that makes it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you so much, Luke. Thank you a lot. I appreciate that. And greetings back to France. By the way, this Thursday, which is in 2 days, I will have a right. It is in 2 days. Yes, this Thursday I will have a patron-only live chat. So people who are supporting me on Patreon and who are in the appropriate tiers will have access to a patron-only live chat, to a patron-only Q&A that I will host on Thursday. I shared the link to all those people who support me on Patreon because I want to give back to them somehow. I have been very neglectful with that too because of the mess that I went through this year. But I want to make right, and I want to get back and give people show people that I appreciate their support. So on Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, I will have a live chat for Patreon supporters, and I shared the link with Patreon supporters. Dear Patreon supporters, if you didn't see it, please check Patreon, and you will find it there. That is it. Carrie Ann said, why don't you write a book? Thank you for your super chat again, Carrie Ann. I am actually writing a book. It is just again, with the problems this year, it has I didn't get to do very much of anything that I ever planned. I have a huge list of all the topics that I want to talk about, and yeah, I'm working on that too. I definitely have 2 books in mind that I am writing, and I will share more about that once more is clear about that. Neck Chance Gaming made a, what is that? Is that a new thing? Oh yeah, that is a super sticker. Well, thank you, Nick Chan. I appreciate it. Those 2 fists, that's nice. Google user said, please don't be a liar. Okay, Muhammad, peace be upon him, may not be a prophet. However, you know you can trust him when he sleeps with your wife and little daughter. Okay. Thank you, Google user. Beach Price said, please get rid of the way we are doing years. 2019 is wrong. Wrong. Apostate prophet. Thank you, Beach, for your input. I don't have a problem with the way we do years. We count years. I have more a problem with the way we count months. The way with how we have 12 months and how every day is a different day in the same calendar year or in the same month, whatever. It just doesn't make much sense. There is actually a solution to that by using 13 months and by adding 1 month in the middle of the year, and every month having 28 days or so, and that way every day would be the same. I mean, every calendar day in a year would be the same day of the week, whatever. You get the point. So yeah, I have more a problem with that, but I don't know. Maybe we'll change that in a few hundred years. Habibi said, Apostate Prophet, how didn't you get arrested in Turkey? I have no idea how I didn't get arrested in Turkey. In Turkey, since Erdogan became the president, 17,000 people have been charged with insulting the president, or and more have been charged with insulting values and the religion and so on. So it probably didn't get to them. I don't know, but I'm glad that I'm living in America where I have free speech. Thank you. All righty. I should be going soon. I'll get back to work. A few more comments. Pam Job said, hey, AP, how many Mohammeds will it take to break apart your family? Only one. He'll marry your wife and your daughter. What is it with the marrying wives and daughters stuff? Thanks for your comment. All right. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Alok Patnaik made a super chat and said, "Say, stay away from Islam with your signature smile. Stay away from Islam." I'll do that at the end. Thank you for reminding me. Albanians was all Christians before the Ottoman Empire, said Cheris Saridis. True. And I know that many Albanians kind of have a grudge against Turks because of the history of the Ottoman Empire basically turning them into Muslims. I know that because I grew up with a lot of Albanian people. Gramada Tudor said, "Have you read the Bible entirely? If yes, what version?" Complicated. I didn't read it completely through, as I am supposed to read it through. I read it occasionally here and there. I started from the beginning, stopped at some point, read different points. I always have this plan of going back and just reading it through completely again. I simply didn't get to that. I don't know. I read mostly the New International Version, but something weird that people usually don't do, I also did the thing. I also read the Old Testament by Sepharia, which is translated by Jews from the Hebrew. So, but yeah, that's what I tried so far. I need to go back and do that. I have read the Quran 1,000 times, and I'm still wasting time with that and washing out my eyes whenever I read the Quran. It's going and washing my brain and working on music and listening to classical music and playing video games and stuff like that, just to get the poison of the Quran out of my eyes and my brain. Okay. Google user said, Apostate prophet is the best prophet. Thank you, Google user. Thank you, I appreciate that. All righty. That's it. I'm gonna be going. Thank you all very much for joining. Thank you all so much for being here. I will be back again and again and again. Seeing that so many people joined just for a completely unannounced live chat, this actually pushes me to. Sorry for the noise. This actually pushes me to do this more often. So really, thank you all so much for joining. One more super chat from Nick Chance Gaming said, "Please make a video on Pakistan PM Imran Khan's speech at UN. Are we the children of a lesser god?" I think I heard about it. I didn't look into it. I might look into it at some point. Keys KJ, whatever, made a super chat and said, "Greetings from Morocco. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Greetings back to Morocco. Always wanted to visit that country. It's one of the rare Muslim dominant countries that I actually still, despite everything, want to visit." All right. Deep Thinker said, "I'm a fan." Thank you all so much for joining, everybody. Thank you so much. I will see you again Thursday. I will have a Patreon only live chat for all Patreon supporters. I will do that regularly. If you want to join, you can become a Patreon and join those live chats. I will do them every month. I might occasionally come here and do chats like these spontaneously also at some points when I feel like it. And more videos are coming for the week, and more the Apostates episodes are coming soon. And I will announce more projects, the more things will come. I am back, everybody, and everything is going to be amazing. Asal Yilmaz said, "Going to visit Germany again one day?" Yes, I will, definitely. Greetings to Germany, to my beautiful homeland that I always have a nice longing for and that I love and appreciate so much. Greetings to Turkey, a country that was very hard for me, but that I appreciate now. I hope I will make Turkish videos as well. Greetings to America, where I live, this country that embraced me, that is so beautiful, where I can be free. And greetings to Europeans and all the others everywhere around the world. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day. Greetings to India too, by the way. And stay away from Islam.